Hi kids, today is an exciting day because today is the day that we are going to learn how to use addition to help solve subtraction. Whew, that's going to be fun. Using addition to help solve subtraction. So we're going to do some adding, some subtracting to help us figure out some of these multi-digit subtraction strategies. So here is the basic gist. We are going to start with expanding the numbers out. So we're going to start with expanded form. Then we're going to subtract ones. And if we need to, we're going to trade or regroup if we need to. Number 3, we're going to subtract the tens. And then we're going to go back to adding and adding it together to get our answer. So I'm going to leave these steps up here for you. And I hope you can see it. So we're going to start by looking at this example. So here's our problem. We have 83 things and 25 went away. So let's start by writing the numbers in expanded form. That's our number 1. All right, so 83 in expanded form. 83 is the same thing as, 80 plus 3. And 25 in expanded form, that's the same as 20 plus 5. Okay, so that was number 1, expanded form. Let's look at number 2 to figure out what we're going to do next. Number 2, subtract the ones. Okay, so here's my ones right here. I need to subtract them. If I have 3 things, can I take 5 away? I have 3 things. Can I take 5 away? Not very easily. Not very easily. So let's regroup. Let's do like we did with base 10 blocks. Do you remember when we had the base 10 blocks? And if we needed to trade, we would just change the way it looked. Instead of having a long 10, instead we broke that up into 10 little ones. Same idea right here. We're just going to show it differently. So I am going to cross off that 80, and I'm going to take 10 away from that 80 because I'm going to trade it in for 10 ones. So if I take 10 away from 80, 10 less than 80 is the same as 70. Then I'm going to take those 10 that I just took from here, and I'm going to give them over here. So I'm going to cross off this 3. And instead of 3, 3 plus 10 is the same as 13. Now I can look at subtracting my ones. So that was the regroup if needed. I needed to regroup. So I took 10 away from here and moved it over here. Just like my base 10 blocks, instead of having a long, I can break that out into ones. Same thing. This is just how I'm showing it now. Now I can subtract my ones. 13 minus 5. What is 13 minus 5? That's right. It's 8. And what is 70 minus 20? Because that was our next step, subtracting tens. 70 minus 20 is the same thing as 50. 50 plus 8, that's where we go back to number 4. Add together your tens and ones to get your answer. 50 plus 8 is 58. So that's how I can follow these steps and use addition to help me with subtraction. Let's look at another example. Let's work on this one. 74 minus 29. So I have 74 things and 29 are going away. So let's start by writing it in expanded form. 74 is the same thing as 70 plus 4. 29 is the same thing as 20 plus 9. So that was my first step. Number 2, subtract the ones, trade or regroup. That's the fancy math word we want to use, regroup if needed, because means again, and so we're going to group them again. So subtract the ones, that's over here. So first I have to ask myself, starting here at the top, if I have 4 things, can I take 9 away? Let me think about that. 4 things, can I take 9 away? Not very easily. So instead, I'm going to regroup or trade. So I'm going to take 10 away from here. So that's 10 less, or 60. And instead, I'm just going to move this 10 over here. Cross off that 4. 10 plus 4 is 14. Right? 60 and 14 is still 74. So now I can subtract my ones. 14 minus 9 Oh yeah, that's the same as 5. 60 minus 20, well 6 minus 2 is 4, so 60 minus 20 must be 40, right? So I just did steps 2 and 3. Subtract the 1s, boop. Subtract the 10s, zoop. Now number 4, add together your 10s and 1s to get your answer. 40 plus 5 is the same as, that's right, 45. All right, so now make sure you have your paper and pencil to try this next one. If you don't have it, as soon as I say pause the video, you can go grab some, pause it, and then work it out. So on your own, you're going to try 66 minus 37. So watch the steps up here. So when you pause it, hopefully you can still go back to see these steps. And then try and solve it on your own, and then we'll go through and check it in just a second. So pause it, and when you're ready, press play to check your work. All right, you ready to check? Okay, here we go. Number 1, write the numbers in expanded form. So 66, well, that's the same thing as 60 plus 6. 37 is the same thing as 30 plus 7. All right, now subtract the 1s. I have to start at the top and get it going down. 6 minus 7. If I have 6 things, can I take 7 away? 5, 6, no, I can't. So, oh, I can trade or regroup if I need to. So I'm going to take 10 away from here. This is just like when I did it with base 10 blocks. I just took away a 10 and moved it to the 1s. So taking that away, if I'm moving the 10 over to here, I'm thinking 6 plus 10. 6 plus 10 is 16. Now I can subtract. 16 minus 7. 16 minus 7. Oh, yep, that's 9. 50, oh, now it's step number 3. Subtract the 10s. 50 minus 30 is, you got it, 20. Now I'm thinking 20 plus 9. I'm going to add my 10s and 1s to get my answer. 20 plus 9 is the same as 29. Nice job. All right, now when you're ready, answer the sample problems on Seesaw to show just how much you know. And if you need more help, that's okay. Feel free to reach back out to your teacher, myself, or Mrs. Green, or ask your family to create some more problems for you to try. You got this. Bye. Button.